Hey folks, welcome to the channel Rockin' the Country. I'm Don. I react to non-pop country, and what we've got here, it was a special. This is part 5 of 5, so it's the last segment that I'm doing of Dwight Yoakam. He went into the East West studios during COVID. This is back in March of 2021. And they just filmed this thing, and it's, you know, Dwight talking and such, but it's Dwight Yoakam One Time Live, #1, Guitars Cadillacs, and it's from March 7th 2021, and it's a gift request of the one and only Dwight Yoakam's worldwide #1 fan, Renee Mooberry, who also sent me this hat. So thank you on both counts, Renee. And we're going to get into part 5 here. Dwight's just Dwight. He's one of the most unique characters, but he's also a philosopher, which speaks to my heart because I was a philosophy major at Rutgers back in the day. And I still think philosophically, and I recognize a philosophically oriented person. And Dwight is absolutely all of that in the way he chooses his words, everything about the way he processes things.
There was a video. It was getting played on, at that time, the Nashville Network and MTV early until we started to have a hit. And then we were no longer allowed, the MTV didn't want a commercial country radio act being played there. Now, Much Music in Canada played me all the way through my career, most of my career. But it was, if you listen to the Roxy show that we recorded that night in April of '86, you'll hear that band, those 4 musicians and myself, at the precipice of something. We knew there was something. We had signed with Warner, gone in and done the Warner recordings, and the record was about to come out. And there was anticipation.
Okay.
And a hesitancy to feel there was a realization. The record business music was a longer, simmer to boil.
Well, I'm not sure when this falls in that timeline, but I do remember coming home one day to the house. We were in the basement and you lived in the garage, and you were gone. So I figured he's on the road to success, because it was a garage, I think, painted black.
That was a little before we actually finally started to break, but yes, that was the beginning of that was a turn. That was a turning point. Here's one, and hey, Bill, I just thought of something I got to correct. In my story about that 1961 Cadillac that took us to Houston, Texas, and Austin to appear with the Blasters, it wasn't the water pump. It was the thermostat on the car stuck shut. So it was overheating, And they didn't have a thermostat for a 61 sedan DeVille in Wilcox, Arizona in 1985 when we were trying to get to Houston. It was probably 105 degrees when we got to Wilcox. I was told, the lore when we bought that car, I bought it, that it was owned by Mickey Cohen, so who knows. But the thermostat stuck shut. That's what we took out. We just took the thermostat out and rolled with the heater on. Pete kind of driving maniacally across the sunset of the eastern part of Arizona into all New Mexico and all the way to the rainstorm that I told you about in Van Horn. Insane. Brantley up there in a lotus position on the front seat, because I was trying to sleep in the back seat, and I finally raised up and looked over, and that's why I saw the two of them with that heater going. It was really unbelievably hot in that car. This song's from Another Highway, though.
The backstory to that is when they were trying to get down to Texas. You may have picked up on it, but the thermostat stuck in the car, and it was stuck on, the heater was blasting out while they're going across Arizona and into Texas and so on, when the outside temperature was like 105 degrees, and the heater is blasting, not the air conditioner, because they couldn't get it to work.
Route 23 in eastern Kentucky was a national highway, 2-lane from when you crossed out of Ohio there at Ironton, Ohio, and crossed into Ashland, Kentucky at that bridge. It became 2-lane all the way from there through Louisa, Kentucky, where Ricky Skaggs is born. Well, Ashland, where the Judds are from. Louisa, where Ricky Skaggs is from. Not that far off the road from where Billy Ray Cyrus is from. Over, I think, in Flatwoods. And then Keith Whitley's from just down Route 23, off of it a little bit. Then you get into Johnson County, and Loretta Lynn was born there, and Crystal Gale. I mean, it's just, that highway goes 2 lanes with coal trucks running up and down it all day and night. And this song owes its legacy to that highway and my formative years. And when I wrote it,
Love it.
Recorded it for the Okie LP, the 6-song LP, and then it continued as the re-release of the Warner LP, to have the dedication on the back to my grandfather, Luther Tibbs, who mined coal for over 40 years down there in southeast Kentucky and westernmost Virginia. And Drew, let's show them how we did it.
And he was born in Pikeville, Kentucky, Dwight.
When the whistle blows each morning and I walk down in that cold dark mine, say a prayer to my dear Savior, please let me see the sunshine one more time. Well, when will it be over? When will I lay these burdens down? And when I die, dear Lord in heaven, please take my soul beneath that cold dark ground. I still grieve from my poor brother, and I still hear my dear old mother cry. Well, late that night, came and told her he lost his life down in the big show mine. When oh, when will it be over? When will I lay these burdens down? And when I die, dear Lord in heaven, please take my soul beneath that cold dark ground. Have no shame, feel no sorrow, if on this earth not much I own. Have the love of my sweet children, and old plow mule, a shovel and a hoe. When oh, when will it be over? When will I lay these burdens down? And when I die, dear Lord in heaven, please take my soul beneath that cold dark ground. Please take my soul beneath that cold dark ground.
I remember doing this one.
I've had a chance to dig into some of the catalog stuff that we don't normally play live with Dwight. Some of the songs we do play live, but now we're adhering to the record a little more, which means I actually play less because you don't have to cover as much ground.
You've been with Dwight for some time.
Yeah, I worked for Dwight starting in about 2010 for about 4 or 5 years. It was great. It was the best job I ever had.
That's an awful big mic a man like you's holding.
It's kind of hard to
Hard to miss a mic like that. You don't have to aim very hard to hit that mic.
Why do you play barefooted?
I just don't really know any better. I just played barefoot as a kid, and I never knew any better. And then it turns out that I can feel the pedals much better. So I can feel the pedals, and it works better for me.
I get it.
Thanks to this band, over here on piano, Mr. Brian Whelan, and over here on the bass guitar and singing harmony with me throughout the show. Brian's also singing harmony back there. I've got Mr. Eric Baines on the bass. Right behind me on the drums,
All right,
barefoot as usual, Mr. Mitch Marine. And over there on the second fiddle, as Buck would sing, but number one in your hearts, Mr. Jesse Olima back there on fiddle, helping Brantley out, and Brantley twinning with him, and Jesse twinning with Brantley throughout the show. And over on the steel guitar, the dobro, and the mandolin, and banjo when he has a mind to, Mr. Drew Taubenfeld. On the electric lead
only
guitar,
about 5 people in the studio
Mr.
there.
Eugene Edwards. And the man, the legend himself, broke out his bib overalls, those liberties that he wore so long ago with me. He honored me with his presence tonight to do all those songs we recorded together starting in 1984. Mr. Brantley Kearns on the fiddle from High Point, North Carolina. Bill, thank you for being with us.
That's awesome.
Thank you for throwing questions my way and asking me things about that moment in my musical life. Again, thanks to the crew here at East West and everybody out there for watching. We'll see you next time on One Time Live.
Keep going. I love it. There's Cadillacs. There you go, Renee. He's going to dance for you.
By the score, every day you love me less, each day I love you more. Now I've got heartaches by the number of love that I can't win, but the day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end.
I love the fiddle on this.
Heartache number 3 is when you called me and told me you were coming home to stay. With hoping heart I waited for your knock on the door. I waited, but you must have lost your way. Now I've got heartaches by the number, troubles by the score. Every day you love me less, each day I love you more. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, that I can't win. But the day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end. Yeah, well, the day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end.
Thank you all very much for watching One Time Live tonight. We'll see you the next time. Good night.
All right, I'll let that play through. Dwight's the executive producer on this one. And yeah, I mean, what do you say? That was just good stuff to see how the business works. I mean, it gives us insight into the subworld, if you will. And we listen to the songs, and we see interviews on and stuff from artists, and we get a sense of how that particular world works. But this gets very detailed, and it's just fantastic. And then when you see, well, Renee is Dwight's worldwide #1 fan, and so I'm watching it through those eyes and ears, and I just grin, I smile, I get thoughts that I'm thinking Renee might be having, all that stuff. So it's fun. All right, Renee, thank you for this series on Dwight. It's just a lot of fun to do, and it's fun to do his regular songs because every single one of them is unique. He's not a guy that's into cliche. And generally, philosophers are not into cliche. They like originality. And Dwight, in his heart, is, well, he's a philosopher, but he's quite original. Maybe that's why he's a philosopher. I don't know. So anyhow, there you go. Have a great day, folks. I'll see you on another video, and keep rocking the country. Yeehaw.